Hi, I'm Nathalie Edmond, Director of the Counseling Center at Villanova University.
Hi, I'm Julia Stein. I'm the Associate Director here at the Center.
And I'm Ted Riccio. I'm the Assistant Director for Clinical Services. All three of us are really glad to get a chance to talk to you all today. We just want to tell you a bit about the Counseling Center, what kind of services we offer, and how you can access them if you need them. And Julia, why don't you start just telling us some of what we offer at the Counseling Center?
Thank you, Ted. Yeah, so the main thing for everyone to keep in mind is that our services are free and they're confidential. And we offer, I'll get into more detail, but we offer therapy, we offer consulting, and we offer psychoeducational outreach. Those are some of the main prongs of what we offer. So for therapy, there are a number of different options. So for someone who knows that they have something they want to work on, but they really only need one session for that, we have drop-in sessions, and those can be accessed in a short period of time, and it's convenient. You can get the support you need quickly, and you don't need to spend a lot of time in your session doing a lot of background history kind of content work. You can get to the goal. We also have urgent appointments for people who are in a lot of distress, and they can be seen very quickly. And then we offer individual therapy with some ongoing appointments. And those are sort of the more traditional form that we've offered over time. And when you talk to the person at the front desk or fill out the online form, you can actually specify what is the best fit for you. We're also very excited to be expanding our group offerings, and they are wonderfully diverse, and there are a lot of options. And we also really value student input. So if there's interest and people want to form a particular group around a particular topic or issue, please let us know. Some of the groups we offer, I mean, they're listed on our website, but some of them include an adjustment support group for first years or students who are in transition. Also, we offer an LGBTQIA positive group, and that's something that's gone very well, and we're going to continue that. We have a group for grad students. We offer a DBT group. There are many other groups, but I just want you to know that we really value that, and that's also a really wonderful way to get support. And it's an additional thing that we offer here at the Counseling Center. Also, we have medication management. We have psychiatrists who consult here at the Counseling Center. So for those students who think that would be helpful, feel free to contact us. And we do have extra support. So those students who are being seen by a psychiatrist have check-in appointments or might be in ongoing therapy with one of our counselors here. And then our psychoeducational outreach is something that we are also expanding, and that can be on any number of different topics. That can be something that's sort of an adjunct to something you're already doing. So you might be in an organization, or you might be teaching a class, or you might be in Greek life, and there might be some topic that you're already exploring as a group, and you might want someone from the Counseling Center to come and add another piece or to deepen that perspective. We also are available for outreach for emotional support and for processing. God willing, we won't have any traumas here on this campus, but we're here to be a support when there are losses. And then consulting is a really important thing that we do here. So I wanted to just mention that there are any number of ways that we can be helpful. So for example, as a student, you might be worried about a friend or roommate. Know that you could come and talk to one of our staff, and they can help you think through the best way to support that friend. We can also be really helpful consultants to faculty and staff if there are things that you are trying to navigate and you would like to be able to think it through with someone here on staff. So those are some of our services. Very grateful to be able to tell you about them. And now I'm going to pass it on to Nathalie, who's going to say a little more. Oh,
Actually, I think it's going to be me at this point.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Pass it on to Ted, who's going to let you know how to schedule with us.
Sure. So thanks, Julia. So like Julia said, we have lots of different appointment types available, and our services are open to undergraduate, graduate, and part-time students. And I think the good news is setting up those appointments is a pretty easy thing to do. To set up an appointment with us, there's really one of three ways to get in contact with us. And that's either to walk to the counseling center, just walk in and talk with our support staff who will help you schedule. We're located in the Health Services Building, which is the same building that the Student Health Center is in, and we're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. So you could walk in and ask for an appointment. You could call us and talk to us over the phone and set up the appointment. Our number, you'll see it on our website, is 610-519-4050. And the final way is if you go to our website for the Villanova University Counseling Center, you'll find a link to request an online request for an appointment. And if you fill out that form, someone from our counseling center will get in touch with you as soon as possible to set up an appointment. And I think our support staff, when they talk to you, will probably help you think through what you need in that moment. Like, for example, if you want to set up an intake with us, an intake is the beginning of counseling with a counselor at the counseling center. Our counselors meet with students and work with them to figure out what do they need, like how much treatment do they need, what's the goal for counseling, how long might it take us to reach it, and that'll be something they'll talk with you about. Usually getting an intake appointment, the wait's not long, anywhere between a day to maybe later in the semester up to a week. And it's just a matter of calling and requesting that appointment and figuring out what's available and what fits in your schedule. When you come to an intake appointment, we usually ask if you can to come 15 minutes early to fill out some paperwork. And when you meet with the counselor, they'll usually interview you to get a bunch of history about what's bringing you to counseling and get to know you better and figure out what you want to get out of counseling in the first session. On the other hand, you could get in touch with us and ask for what we call a drop-in appointment. Drop-in appointments are usually scheduled in just 48 hours. So the hope you should be able to get in just a day or two. And they're often just one-time appointments. Like if you just want to check in with a counselor on a certain thing that's on your mind and see what they have to say, that option is open to you. Sometimes counseling appointments are shorter than intake appointments. But at the end of a drop-in appointment, you and that counselor will figure out, where do we go from here? Was that enough for now? Do you want to go back out to the front desk and schedule an intake appointment? So that's an option too. The final one that Julia mentioned is urgent appointments, which is if you were ever overwhelmed in a state of emergency and felt like you needed to get in and speak to someone, you're always welcome to come to the counseling center and someone will be available to talk to you. We also want to say that the Student Health Center is open 24 hours a day in the case of an emergency, and public safety is available 24 hours a day. And don't hesitate to contact either if you need to. In terms of meeting with one of our psychiatrists, typically you meet with one of our counselors before you meet with one of our psychiatrists. So we can get a sense of what you're looking for and whether or not our psychiatrists are a good fit for you. But if that's something you're interested in, all you have to do is call and set up an appointment with one of our counselors to get that started. And what am I leaving out? Oh, and group appointments. If you're interested in getting more information about what groups we're running this semester, all you have to do is call us. And if you're interested in a particular group, just let us know that that's the group you're interested in, and the group leader should be in touch with you to let you know when the group is meeting and how to get involved with that group. So I think I'm just gonna turn things over to Nathalie to wrap up and let you all know about some of our more specialized counselors and services that we have.
Great. Thanks so much, Ted and Julia, for that great overview and how to schedule. And the Counseling Center is always working to meet the needs of the students. And so I invite you all to keep checking our website to see like what are some new developments, what are some new groups we're offering. We know that a great request is to be able to schedule online, as people don't like giving calls or maybe don't have access to their phones. And so keep checking our website to see what new options might be available. And one of the things that we started this year is we have a dedicated staff member who does care coordination. And so what that really means is that sometimes it can be difficult to understand one's insurance, or you may not be familiar with resources or clinicians in the community who could provide long-term therapy or specialty treatment that you might need. And so that's also a kind of appointment that you can have. So somebody can help you navigate, like, what's my copay? What is a copay? What's a deductible? I'm going home for the summer and I want to be able to continue counseling in a different state, who's licensed in that state that I could be able to see. We have really amazing staff, a mixture of master's level and doctoral level clinicians. Some of them specialize in sports psychology, so they work with a lot of our athletes. We have an integrative care team, which is a multidisciplinary team that is focused on addressing all things related to disordered eating, and people who perhaps are going into college already knowing that they are in recovery for an eating disorder and that they will need to be able to see or be followed by a medical provider, a counselor, a dietitian. And we have a team that meets regularly to coordinate that care. So feel free to reach out if that's something that you or that someone you care about might need that support. It was mentioned that we have psychiatry available. We also have a substance use counselor who really specializes in helping students be able to navigate any issues related to substance use that may arise in their time there. We also offer, we have a number of BIPOC clinicians. So if you would like to see a clinician who is racially minoritized, and we want to just encourage that it's okay to make requests. We can't always be able, because of schedules, to accommodate, but if there's a particular kind of approach to counseling that would be helpful, or you want people to have a particular kind of cultural awareness, we strive as an entire counseling center to be culturally competent, and yet we know that sometimes you want to see people who share certain identities with that. And so we definitely want this to be a collaborative process. I'm trying to think if there's any other specialty services I may have forgotten.
No, I think that's a good overview of what we have available. Yeah.
Great.
Did
So
we mention telehealth?
no, great. So we have partnered with UWill, which is a third-party vendor who is available 24/7. It is also free and confidential, and doesn't cost you anything extra. It is part of being a student at Villanova University, and they provide exclusively telehealth services. And so you can, you don't even need to go through the counseling center to provide that. You can just go to our counseling center webpage and check out the link to UWill, and you can access that. And they also provide crisis counseling as well. So if you find yourself, outside of the traditional counseling center hours and need support, there's a number that you can call to access. And the counseling center is always available for consultation, as was mentioned by Julia. So we are lucky to have you here on campus, and we are really excited to be part of your journey here at Villanova. And I want you to know that no problem is too small or too big. And if you're like, I don't even know where to start, just come on by and we'll help support you in figuring out what's the next best thing to support your mental health and well-being while you're here at Villanova.
Yes,
Care,
don't
everyone.
hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you.